bangilalela Facebook nabo bonke abangikhuthazayo ukuba ngiqhubeke ngenze this project ya mazwi isikhombisa kaJesu esiphambanweni. Siyambonga kuNkulunkulu kakhulu osinikeza ithuba ukuba siphinde sihlanganyele kulomsebenzi. Izolo angixolisa, izolo sibe nenkinga ye network. Izolo bekade ngikhuluma izwi lesibili nelesithathu elasho Jesu esiphambanweni. Ngibonge kakhulu i-response kubazalwane nabahlobo bami nabafowethu kade befona, abanye bengi-WhatsApp, abanye bengi-inbox, bengi-messenger bebonga, abanye bethi impela basizakala. Siyambonga uNkulunkulu ngalokho, udumo engathi lingaya kuye uNkulunkulu, sihlale njalo sifunda ukwehla nokuncipha. Maybe to sum up umsebenzi wami engiqalile, ngiqale on Tuesday ngikhuluma nge-background, ngichaza uJesu engene eJerusalem kanjalo eya ezifinyelela esiphambanweni. Then ngase ngiqala izwi lokuqala elithi ke baba bathethelele ngokuba abakwazi abakwenzayo. Father, forgive them for they do not know what they are doing. Then lapho ngase ngiveza the radically divine forgiveness. Hlobo sami bekhuluma ngaso bengithi radically divine forgiveness, because sizo Jesu la eveze relationship yakhe noyise ukuthi noma ngabe usebuhlungwini but is able to call him father. Saphinde sezwa futhi uJesu a command uyise, that was a doctrine of forgiveness with a command ethi bathethelele. Then sasesizwa ekhiphe reason uthi ke why should these people be forgiven, uthi ke isizathu because they don't know what they are doing. So ke I've tried uku explain ngiveza ke lokho uNkulunkulu abengihlelele khona ene research ebengiyenzile. Then ke izolo sasesibuka izwi lesibili elasho Jesu esiphambanweni. Sifunde incwadi kaLuka, the Gospel of Luke, chapter 23 verse number 39 kuya ku-43. Ngaveza ke ngiqala lapha ku-39 ngiveza i-conversation between two criminal, isigebengu silelesi esasikwa left nesilelesi esasikwa right. Kuthiwa lesi esasikwa left saqala ke sasesithi kuJesu, if you are the Christ. The word if ngaliveza ukuthi kwi-Greek kwi-lower clause esho ukuthi if udoubter umuntu usukumngabaza igama elifanele when noma usince. So leselelisi noma ke sisilenge siphambanweni still sisamngabaza uJesu ukuthi unguNkulunkulu, and i-request yaso is justified because it's a selfish request, ngoba ucelela yena kodwa uqala ngoJesu athi uma uMessiah sisindise. If you are the Messiah, save yourself and save us. So ngamanye amazwi sibona lana i-justify request. Then bese silelesi sika right, the criminal on the left was dying in sin. Then silelesi sika right, he was dying to sin, but Jesus, he was dying for the sins. So we need to be clear on that. So lesi sika right, which lesi sasifa, he was the one who was dying to sin. Bese sithi, don't you fear God? That respond isho ukuthi noma elenga lo emthini wehlazo, but we understand ukuthi uJesu unguNkulunkulu. Abese leli gama lithi don't you fear God, it shows ukuthi i-recognition, siyamrecognize uJesu ukuthi noma elenga emthini wehlazo unguNkulunkulu. Abese futhi selelesi sika right siletha i-confession neqiniso elasikhuluma ngeinsuku zokugcina. Sithi selelesi thina sikule la noma sibethelwe la noma silenga la ngenxa yezono zethu, kodwa ulo esho Jesu ula yena akenzanga lutho. Isho ke iselelesi into ehlule abantu to perceive it, oPilato bahluleka ukuthi uJesu akanacala bamdedele, but iselelesi some recognize uJesu ukuthi he is God. Number 2, bese sithi selelesi si confess and ngithanda ke le ndawana ethi uma ke sesiqede silelisa ukuxoxa nalesi sinye bese siphendukela kuJesu, because uma sesiphendukela kuJesu amanye ama-vision ethi the other criminal turned into Jesus, but biblical speaking, to turn that terminology is repentance. What does the word repentance? The word repentance in Greek is metanoia. Lisho ukuthi mokade uhamba ngale direction usuyashintsha uthatha enye direction. Ngamanye amazwi esilelisi ke saphendukela kuJesu, saphenduka ekoneni kwaso indlela ebesihamba ngayo sayiguqula sasithatha indlela entsha eza ke kuJesu. Nasi ke sesithi ke Lord, remember me. Ngakuchazile izolo uma sithi Lord, the word Lord uveza lo muntu ukuthi ngamanye amazwi yena uyasubmita, and the word Lord in Greek is kurios, so kusho ukuthi you are my master. Ngamanye amazwi, if you are my Lord, I'm worshiping you. Oh, now sibona iselelesi on the cross, he's giving indumiso kuJesu. Sithi ke Lord, the word Lord ke sisho ukuthi ke the master, the one who has authority, the one who onamandla amangalisayo. Bese sithi ke remember me. The word remember ichazile izolo ukuthi sasingasho nje ukuthi just have me in your mind, wongicabanga engqondweni, kodwa ligama lithi remember lijule kakhulu, lijule ngokuthi uma uthi remember wayisho ukuthi act on my behalf, okusho ukuthi yima endaweni yami noma ngilwele noma sebenza on my behalf. So ke uma sizwa kuthiwa uNkulunkulu walokhuza wamkhumbula uIsrayeli, akusho ukuthi uNkulunkulu wayenengqondo emqondweni wakhe kwagcola uIsrayeli, kodwa kusho ukuthi uNkulunkulu he acted on their behalf. La kwakufanele bafe khona uNkulunkulu he protected them, la kwakufanele bangene khona enkingeni uNkulunkulu he delivered them. So ke the very same meaning esho ke ileselele sesithi ke Lord, remember me into your kingdom. And also kuyavela ukuthi iselelesi sishilo ukuthi don't you fear God. Two sesithi Lord, remember me in your kingdom. Sikhise lesi ukuthi lo nkulunkulu lona nombuso wakhe omiye inguna phakathi. So ngakuveza ke ukuthi some people laba abapostpone kingdom bathi umbuso awukabi manje, kodwa iBhayibheli isifundisile la the kingdom is within you. So khona bathi umbuso usazofika bekhotha incwadi Syabonga chapter 20, millennium and so forth, uboshwa kaSathane. I don't want to go there because it's an eschatologically a perspective log. So the way bese ungikhumbule mawusufika embusweni wakho. Now abesu Jesu a responder. I response ka Jesu besithi truly. The word truly abanye bathi verily lisho ukuthi it's a lookless expression that denotes that immediately. Kusho ukuthi uJesu uthi ngamanye amazwi now wathi today uthi immediately, baze bathi abanye in a twinkle of an eye, ngokuphazima kweso namhla ukuphazima kweso wena uzobe usunami. And it is clear la ukuthi laba abaphambanisa ukufunda kwaleli verse, because kuclear la ukuthi mayithi uJesu ethi namhla uzakuba nami, akasho ukuthi namhla ngizokuba nawe, ngoba ulo ofisayo ukuza uJesu. So ke uJesu ke umnikeza ke leyo assurance ke, which is isethembiso ukuthi namhla, iassurance and a promise ukuthi ke namhla uzokuba nami ke eparadise. So ke the word paradise ke paradiosis in Greek, the place of comfort, and also the place of God's presence. And igama lithi paradise liyaqala ukuvela la kule ndaba uJesu ekhuluma neselelisi. In other ways uJesu uqala ukukhuluma ngeparadise, eqala ukukhuluma neselelisi esaphenduka esiphambanweni. Igama lithi paradise livela kathathu eBhayibhelini, livela kuLuka 23 verse 43, livele ku2 Corinthians 12 verse number 4, bese ligcina encwadini livela encwadini yokugcina Syabonga chapter 12 verse number 7. And iSyabonga masikhuluma ngeparadise silrelate nensimu, of which also we can also relate ke senze ekuthiwa ke OT survey and NT survey to understand ukuthi ke eGarden of Eden kwakwezakalani khona, because uNkulunkulu wayebavakashela and it was their paradise ngoba babengeswele lutho umuthi wokuphila wawukhona. Nencwadi isambulo ikhuluma the very same topic, which we can, because we cannot build just eschatology without a protology. So we must understand the protology and eschatology. So abanye abantu they just jump to eschatology bengayi understand kodwa iprotology. So I was just giving you a feedback yesterday ngenxa yelokhuza ke ye network ibihlupha. So ke then ke into esibuka ke la isifunde sisitholile la kuleli verse sibone ke the theology of a thief, ukuthi how does the thief reacted kuNkulunkulu esiphambanweni. So ke then I gave a subject, that theology of a thief. And why ngisho njalo? Because sesibona manje iselelisi sifika esiphambanweni because Calvary is a place of a mystery and miracles. Esiphambanweni sibona imangaliso, sibona nemfihlakalo kaNkulunkulu. This criminal at Calvary, he came empty but he went full. He came as a victim but he went as a victoriously. He came wounded but he left healed, and he came with a sorrow but Jesus was able to turn his sorrow into joy. So ngalawo mazwi I was just giving you a feedback. So ke izwi lokuqala, it was the radically divine forgiveness. Izwi lesibili ngasengikhuluma ngetheology of the cross. Then izwi lesithathu engilithintile izolo, just to sum up ukwenzela ukuthi ngenxa network la, izwi lesithathu etholakala ke encwadini kaJohn number 19 verse 26 kuya 27 elithi ke uJesu ebona umfundi wakhe amthandayo nonina wabe sethi ke mama ebheka indodana, kanjalo wayabheka nakumfundi wasethi indodana bheka nangonyoko. Kuthiwa ke from that very time the disciples took her into his own home. Ngaveza ke elokhuza issue ngencwadi kaJohn ukuthi ke in order to understand the book of John you must understand ama point awu 6. The first point sibona the presentation of the Son. John who presenter Jesus as the Son of God. When you read the Gospel of John with 21 chapters, so when you outline the book of John, you'll be able to understand it. Okay, the presentation of the Son of God. John is representing John the Baptist when abafundi bakhe, but he says wathiwa wathatha abafundi bakhe wathi bhekana nathi udlule Nkosi ekhomba uJesu. That was the presentation of the Son. 2, sibona the preparation of the Son. Sibona ke manje indodana kaNkulunkulu isilungiselelwe iministry. Nangu uJohane embhaphatisa enqaba uJesu ethi wathi uJohane cha kumele ngikwenze lokhu ukuze kufezekise umbhalo. That was the preparation of the Son. Okwesithathu sibone the opposition, ukumelwa ke manje uJesu sekuyiministry esemelwa bemelana naye, which is the opposition of which we can learn also not today in our ministries, ukuthi when we face opposition awuqale ngathi noJesu wafinyelela kuyena lokho. So yonke leyo nto isivezela ukuthi ke I was outlining the Gospel of John, also ngakhuluma futhi nange crucifixion, ukuthi ke sibona the crucifixion of the Son of God, nokugcina futhi sabona the resurrection of the Son of God. Just I'm summing up ngenxa isikhathi ngoba ngijaha ukuthi siyezweni lesine namhlanje, but I want to give you this feedback nokuthi ke then ke kunama scholars that differs in their views regarding the Gospel of John. Some are saying the Gospel of John is the pure Gospel of love. Others are opposing their arguments by saying it's the only book of science. So those are scientists, because also we must understand when we build our theology, we must understand that there is also a side of science which we need to understand and be able to interact nabo. Singalwi kodwa sikwazi ukuthi sikhulume ngoba abanye bathi the Bible is the science, abanye bathi the science is superior than the word of God. So lokho kufuneka siku understand, like omunye umbhali philosopher wathi umuntu uqala ukuba umuntu recognize ukuthi umuntu at the age of 16 years. Then theologically we differ on that, because Jeremiah chapter 1 verse number 5 uyayichaza ukuthi ngakwazi, I knew you. So thina siyakholelwa ukuthi if the seed ihlalile esibelethweni, that it becomes a person immediately. So we need to understand. So nalanga bathi incwadi kaJohn, it's a book of science of which we can debate on that, we can argue, we can build our apologetic theology, because every theologian must be apologetic on what or he or she believes. Then also abanye the book of John is the spiritual gospel incwadi nje yakamoya. Then the last abanye bashoyo but this a book of juridical narrative of self-imposed witnesses. Kahle la they are trying to find a witness theme or the central theme of the book of the Gospel of John. But because of this context and this verse esikhuluma ngalizwi lesithathu uJesu la isiphambanweni ngisamarizayo, allow me ngivume ukuthi ngihambisana nalabathi the Gospel of John is only the gospel of love, because la kuleli verse sibona uthando. This is a word of affection. This is a word of affection. Here we see a divine love. Sibona uJesu ekhombisa uma wakhe uthando olumangalisayo. Sibona futhi noJohane eveza uthando olumangalisayo kuJesu. Yingakho leli verse abanye they argue uma lithi uJesu ebona umfundi amthandayo, bathi ubani othanda omunye, because leli verse leli gama lithi uJesu wabona umfundi omthandayo limisplaceekile la kufanele libe khona. Kufanele kuthiwe lana wathi uJesu ebona umfundi abathandana naye, brothers abathandana naye ngothando lukaNkulunkulu. So ngoba uJohane naye uyamthanda uJesu noJesu uyamthanda, but ke bathi abanye leli verse maselivela liveza lona engazuthi ke nawo uJesu wayithanda uJohane. And also this word yesithathu kune argument ethi this is the first word eyakhulunywa umuntu owayekhona esiphambanweni, ngoba umuntu obhala lamazwi uJohn owayekhona esiphambanweni ekuthiwa uyena umuntu wamuzwa exactly uJesu ekhuluma. In other words, kusho ukuthi lelizwi lesithathu is so important. Angisho la amanye awabalekile, but this one is so important ngoba la khulunywa umuntu owayekhona esiphambanweni owamuzwa exactly uJesu ukuthi wathini. Nalabo abanye siyakholelwa ngoba liphefumulelwe, the word of God is inspired during the time of canonization, kuqoqwe imibhalo kwahlanganiswa kwagcinwa kwavunyelwa umthizo kaNkulunkulu liphelele liphefumulelwe. Kodwa uJohn, we need to be very careful, because uJohn njalo uma ekhuluma ngoJesu he represented him as Son of God, as umuntu ongaphezulu kwabo bonke. Even when you start ufunda incwadi yakhe ethi qaleni ulizwi wayekhona, ulizwi wayekuNkulunkulu, ulizwi enguNkulunkulu, azathi ulizwi wakhe phakathi kwethu waba inyama. So ngamanye amazwi uJohn he's testifying ngento ayibona, ngento ayekhona kuyona. So ke la isiphambanweni ke kuthiwa mama ebheka indodana bheka unyoko. So ke kunama group ke akhona la, igroup yamaJuda yayikhona, igroup yamasotsha amaRoma ayekhona ukubona abamba uJesu, amaJuda ayicelebrate ukufa kaJesu. Then kule group yesithathu engike ngayithinta kancane izolo, amsho ngenetwork sama kube kwalahleka kwabanye ukuthi kwakune group yaba yesithathu consists of 5 people, kwaba besifazana abawu4 bese kuba owesilisa oyedwa, which ke uMaria umama kaJesu wayekhona, uMaria unkosikazi kaClopas wayekhona, uMaria Magdalena wayekhona, bese kuba umama kaJohane. We differ ke scholars ukuthi ubani, but abayibathi uMaria waseSalome. So bese kuba khona uJohane. So ke this 5 group yayikhona la esiphambanweni. We can see ukuthi abanye babe khona, but this group interesting me because uMaria umama kaJesu ula ukuzokhalela indodana yakhe, engathi enhlizweni yakhe kunalento ethi I gave birth to this gentleman, and ngambona ekhula, ngambona ehlala nezinye ingane, ngambona enza iministry, ngambona enza imangaliso. Now even ke noma sekufika ke isikhathi sakhe sokugcina, I must be la akhona. So la we see a genuine love from the mother to the son. Umama othanda indodana yakhe ekuqala kuze kuphethe. Owesibili simbona la uMary unkosikazi kaClopas, ekuthiwa ke she was related nomama kaJesu. she was a cousin kamama kaJesu. Uma senza ucwaningo, uma ke ucousin kamama kaJesu, then kumenza lokhu uJesu naye abe indodana yakhe, because automatically I'm sure ulo mama wayememeza uJesu wayezothi mama kuyena, wayengekade imzala kamama. I'm just assuming, but ke ngifeza ukuthi ke naye lo mama ukhona to support umzala wakhe, ukumkhombisa uthando, mhlambe nezinto uJesu azenze phambi kwakhe uMaria unkosikazi kaClopas zam interest ukuthi indeed this man is God. uMaria wesithathu simbona la, uMaria Magdalena ekuthiwa ke uJesu wakhipha kuyena amadimoni awu7, bese bethi abantu ke naye ukhona esiphambanweni uMaria Magdalene uzokwenzani to appreciate deliverance and to show love, ukuthi nangake ngahlupheka ngaxakeka and no one was able to assist me and no one was able to help me, only this man olenze emthini wehlazo ukhona. Bese bakhona owesine ke ekuthiwa ke umama kaJesu. So scholars and theologians will agree with me, even though the name is not mentioned. But when you do a study outside of the Bible, which we call the extra books, biblical encyclopedia, and so forth, you will find out ukuthi it was Mary Salome mama kaJohane unkosikazi ke kaZebedeo. But ladies and gentlemen, we also miss one Mary here by the name of uMary usisi kaLazarus. Akekho la, the very same Mary who approached Jesus, who approached Jesu ethi ukube Nkosi ubukhona ngawumne wethu akafanga. Ngamanye amazwi uma kubhlungu empilweni yabo eBethani, uLazarus noMartha noMaria bakwazi uku-approacha uJesu, but mase kunzima uMaria umama kaJesu, usisi kaLazarus akabonakali nangalukhala, but ke it's fine. So then there is a question that I have posed ukuthi how significant that each woman were named Mary in this incident. uMary umama kaJesu, uMary unkosikazi kaClopas, uMary uMagdalene, then ke bese siba nomama kaLokhusa kaJohane, naye kusolwathi kaMary waseSalome. So now what does the word Mary means? The word Mary it means bitterness. So uMaria ke umama kaJesu ke irelate kanjani into bitterness negama lakhe. Kuthiwa ke ngalesikhathi ke sezoshada noJosepha wafika uNkulunkulu wamphazamisa nangesekhulelwa kuMaria, esekhulelwa esikhundleni ke sokuthi manje uJosepha useyaqala usefuna ukumlahla ngenxa ukuthi uMaria usekhulelwe, bese kuze kufika ingelosi ke izokhuluma noJoseph ithi ungamlahla, and bese kuthiwa ke impilo yakhe yababhitha ngoba yathi ingane mayikhulu uJesu ekhula and namantombazana ayikhula nabo, they wanted to know ukuthi ubani ubaba wale ngane. Athi uMaria, I'm sure impendulo yakhe ayithi I don't know, but uNkulunkulu owaziyo. So ke impilo yakhe ke yabhitha, and at an extent ukuthi yabhitha nokuthi esebona indodana yakhe ilenga emthini wehlazo, impilo yakhe futhi ke yababhitha. Then uMaria unkosikazi kaClopas yena kuthiwa ke iyababhitha impilo yakhe ngoba abantwana waphuza ukuthola abantwana at a very later stage ngenxa yokuthi ke kwaIsrael noma ke izokwakuphilwa kulo umntwana, it was a gift and also a trophy of which even today siyababona bangabathola abantwana ukuthi bastrugglisha kanjani, as much abanye bekwamukela kodwa abanye kunzima. So no Maria ke umama kaClopas ke umyeni kaClopas impilo yakhe ke was differ in that way. Naye impilo yakhe ibitha ngoba kuthiwa the time ehlaselwa amadimoni, tried a lot of things ayezenza ezazenza impilo yakhe ibe bitter. I'm sure nawe namahloni kodwa wathi the day ba delivered wabona ukuthi impilo yakhe no isishintshile. So la sibona ke uJesu yalenga emthini wehlazo, one of his disciples umdayisile okuJudas Iscariot, one foot again of his disciples umphikile okunguPeter, then la iphambanweni kukhona uJohane kuphela, about 9 baphi, they are not to be found. Friends kaJesu, Lazarus, uMaria, uMartha abekho, omakhelwane abekho, but this mother is there even at the point of the death. So Jesus was motivated by love when he uttered this word, mame bheka indodana and indodana bheka unyoko. Ladies and gentlemen, angibonge I was giving you just the feedback lumsebenzi ade ngwenza izolo ngenxa ye weather ne network ebisihlupha. Ngicela ke sibuke izwi lenkosi namhla incwadi kaMateyu chapter 27 excuse me, ngizofunda from verse 45 kuye ku verse 46. Hopefully uNkulunkulu usanenzela umusa ukuthi sihambisane. Matthew chapter 27 sizofunda uverse number 45 and 46. 45 and 46. Kufundeka kanjena ke khona kusukela ngehora lesithupha kwaba mnyama emhlabeni wonke kwaze kwaba ihora lesishiyagalolunye. Kepha ngehora lesishiyagalolunye uJesu wamemeza ngezwi elikhulu wathi, Eli Eli lama sabakthana, okungukuthi uNkulunkulu wami uNkulunkulu wami ungishiyelani na. Ngivumelene ke bathandekayo sibuke nanti izwi engifisa sibukisane lona egameni lenkosi. Izwi lesine uJesu alikhuluma emlenge emthini wehlazo. If bengqoke umjesu webhola bengizothi ngiqoke uJesu number 4 namhla. So amazwi ayisikhombisa ahlukene izigaba ezimbili. This 7 saying of Jesus is divided into 2 parts or into 2 sections. The first and the first 3, which is loqala lesibili lesithathu, are all referring to Jesus but dedicating things to other people. Izwi loqala sizothi baba bathethelele udedicate abantu athi qinisile namhla uzawuba nami usasiza umuntu nala futhi kwelesithathu athi mama ibheke ndodana usadedicate yonke lento ebantwini. So sizwile ke izwi loqala uJesu ke ekhuluma esiza abantu, but this here kulelizwi it is referring to himself. Lani impela yizwi loqala ke leli eliqondene nesidingo sakhe ngqo uJesu. Like it or not, something is happening here. Uthanda ungathanda ikhona into esiqala ukwenzeka la. Now uJesu usekhuluma manje lamazwi abheke kuyena. Awuqala amathathu bewakhuluma wabhekisa abantu. Yini lesishintshile? What happens? What happened? Leyenza ukuthi uJesu akhulume kanje. Normally it is surprising because when a dying man is about to die, he arranges his affairs. Ibiza umndeni wawo, itshela umndeni wawo ukuthi ke hayi ke sengiyafa noma sengizofa ukuthi okasibanibani ukuthi okasibanibani yabe ifa. Bese iphendukela kuNkulunkulu wayo isisho ukuthi baba sengilungisile, I have put my house in order now, I'm ready to die. Mangabe ithuba lalokho yalithola. But here ngoJesu khona umehluko khona. uJesu uqala ngokunakela idingo sabantu bese egcina ngezidingo zakhe. Indeed, we do not have a selfish God. Umuntu ofayo uqala yena alungisa kwakhe ngaphambi ukuthi afe, kodwa uJesu uqale ukulungisela abantu abese egcina ngokwakhe. And there is a cheap theology which alludes that the most crucial point in Jesus' life was his resurrection. But abantu ukuvuka ikhona kunamandla. Yes, but it's a cheap theology. Even in ministry yakhe inamandla, even ukuvuka kwakunamandla. But I want to say that as much as resurrection which is a hope of us as Christians, but it was on the cross where Jesus appears the great. He was on the cross where he appears the great. Yingakho athi uPaulos emayiloba athi for the message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved, it is the power of God. So on the cross, Jesus, he was most divine. He was fully God and fully man. Hypostatic union. So before Jesus uttered this fourth word, the scripture says it was the 9th hour. Amanyama version at 3 ntambama. Now I like Uspichion, the writer by the name of Spichion. At Uspichion, it was a midday. I mean, it was a midnight at a midday. Uti kwaba ubusuku emini. What is happening here? Now Uspichion it was a midday at a midnight. It was a midnight at a midday. Yini lenzeka la eyashintsha inature kwaziwa uNkulunkulu in the beginning hlukanisile ubusuku nemini wahlukanisa ilanga nenyanga nakho konke wathi ubusuku wathi ekseni kusekuseni but la kuthiwa kwaba midnight in the midday washintsha inature wenze njani na the very same man who created this nature something is happening in his life. If the cry of Jesus gave us the meaning of darkness, then the darkness gave us the bitter cry of Jesus. Eloi, Eloi. Now, uti uMatthew Eli, Eli lama sabachthani. That means, my God, why have you forsaken me? When you read uMark uti Eloi, Eloi lama sabachthani. And interpretation and explanation yafana. What's the difference here? Bese bethi ke abacubunguli uMathe wayethi yena Eli wayeveza uJesu ekhuluma is-Aramic. Abesethi ke uMark yena ethi Eloi wayekhuluma is-Hebrew. So now we must understand bazokhumbula abalaleli ukuthi mangiqala ngivezile lento ukuthi these three synoptic gospel which is uMatthew, uMark, uLuke babhala ngumuntu oyedwa kodwa indlela ababhala ngayo ayifani. So it is very important njengebandla ukuthi we need to understand singagcini sesikhuluma into out of context noma sisithatha into eyodwa singayinaka ngayo. So ke uma ethi ke uMatthew Eli kusho ukuthi uveza la ukuthi uJesu wayekhuluma ngesi-Aram abesethi ke uMark Eloi lama sabachthani bese bethi ke wayekhuluma ngesiHebheru. But ke ngithanda le kaMatthew ke ngifunde kuyona ethi Eli ngoba uma uyifunda kuze kuthiwa baze bathi mhlawumbe ubizo Eli noma uEliya mhlawumbe ake silinde mhlawumbe uEli uzoqhamuka. In other words, here even the ancestors, the genealogy, the forefathers of Jesus, they are being undermined because even the crowd isihlekisa ngabazali bakhe noma ngokhokho bakhe. So theologians and biblical scholars saying there are two ways of understanding this critically and mysterious text, because the question is, did God indeed forsaken Jesus? Theologically and biblically, that is correct. So first of all here, we must understand that Jesus was paradoxically. What does the word paradoxically mean here? It means it's an expression of hope in God. My God. He was calling for God because he still had hope. We still send a temba. And if Jesus, the second fact is that if Jesus was crying to God, it means that Jesus still have a relationship with God. No man ngabe kuseyona relationship kaBaba, because akasho la uJesu ukuthi my father uthi my God. But kweloqala uthe Baba ezandleni zakho. But here usethi now Nkulunkulu wami. So now bese bethi ke this was a paradoxically, which means in the expression of hope in God. Jesus was having a hope in God even at this point in time. Yingakho ke mayebiza uNkulunkulu ethi ke my God Why have you forsaken me? This word, my God, it's a cry of hope. Ukhalela ithemba ukuthi noma ngabe kunje but ithemba lami ngisalibeke kuNkulunkulu. Noma ngabe usemunyukile ubaba kumina but iqiniso lithi uNkulunkulu ngisasele naye, then I can be able to cry unto God. Then ke le esibili ke njengoba ngisho ama theologian and biblical scholars ayadifa this, excuse me, lesibili ke bese bethi ke the fact that uJesu sakwazi ukumemeza uNkulunkulu, it means I relationship usenayo noNkulunkulu, because enye izinto ekufanele sizifunde bathandekayo kuleli verse ilento ethi there is a difference between believing that God is absent and feeling it. So uJesu la wayengeke ambize uNkulunkulu uma ayezwa ukuthi uNkulunkulu absent, but Jesus is calling to God, but the feeling, ama feelings akhe athi uNkulunkulu ngishiye, but ingqondo ithi ukhona. Yingakho ke manje kufanele ke manje sidile between ke nengqondo nama feelings ukuthi ke how do we balance the two, because here Jesus is calling unto God, of which uJesu uyakholelwa, he still believing that God is present. Ngoba ukube wayesekholta kasekho wayengeke even ezambiza uNkulunkulu. Umbiza because uyakholelwa ukuthi God is present, but I can feel his absentia. I can feel his absentia. Now it was at this stage that all electric plugs and globes that illuminated the universe simply refused to cooperate. If it was the expression of our days, all the social network was shut down because God is forsaken another God. The blanket of darkness landed on earth, and that blanket enjoyed pleasure on Jesus, but for a while. And remember, this is a quotation. Eloi, Eli, lama sabachthani. Eli, lama sabachthani. That is my God, why have you forsaken me? Remember, this is a quotation from Psalms 22, because the psalmist is prophesying about Jesus. But umusondela kancane, says that it will near context. Usondela kancane from Psalm 22 to Psalm 23. The very psalmist ukhuluma into uthi umbhalo wamahubo uJehova umaliswami angiyokuswela noma ngihamba esigodini sethuzi lokufa angiyokwesaba okubi ngoba wena uNkulunkulu nami. Umbhalo wamahubo la kwi-near context ka 23, he is alluding or is revealing that God will never forsake his people. What is happening here? What happened when God forsake? When God is forsaken by God. In the biblical language, we know that God does not leave or forsake his people. I will never leave you. That's a promise. I will never forsake you. And Jesus himself, once upon a time, he promised his disciples, when you read Mark chapter 4, verse 35, the Bible says, Jesus said to his disciples, let us cross over to other side. He was giving them instruction. It was an inclusive instruction, because he said, let us. Now let us go over to other side. And uma eti let us, inclusive instruction or command. Abesethi siyakuphi ngaphesheya. Ngamanye amazwi i-destination yabo uJesu mayikhona phakathi. Okusho ukuthi mabengena emkhunjini angeke abashiye olwandle, kodwa uzoya nabo kuphi ngaphesheya. That was a mystery uJesu wayetshela abafundi bakhe ukuthi I will never leave you, I will never forsake you. Uma singena emkhunjini ngizongena nani, uma sehla emkhunjini sokwehla nani, uma siya kwi-destination esifika kuyona sigcina kuyona ngizobe ngikhona. But here since uJesu ke esethi ke my God, why have you forsaken me? What happened when God is forsaken by God? In the biblical language, we know that God does not leave or forsake his people. And it is very difficult to understand. If I had time, I would invite you into the corridors of mysteries. The evil of all evil, climatorical calamity, to understand ukuthi this is a mystery. It is difficult for people to understand. I conclude by saying God does not leave his people. But here Jesus felt the absence, not that he believed. So to believe and to feel are two different things. Jesus was feeling abandoned. Jesus was feeling left alone. So when you study this word in Greek, God forsaken or abandoned Jesus with the purpose for survival. For survival. He abandoned him for the purpose of survival. So in other words, Jesus survived because he was able to continue izwi lesihlanu nezwi lesithupha nezwi lokugcina. So we can survive if he was able to survive, so that we cannot be forsaken. So I want to assure you, bonke abangcwele bakaNkulunkulu, uNkulunkulu akashiyi, uNkulunkulu ngasoza silahla, even noma ngaqhamuka any prophecy, ngoba nawo ama prophecy aqhamukayo athi excuse me, uNkulunkulu ukushile fanele uphenduke. God will never leave his people no matter what. He can discipline, he can teach, but not leave or forsake. So uNkulunkulu wethu ke uthembekile. I want to hopefully usizakele to journey with me around this text, because I wanted to show you some people when they preach about this verse baze bathi impela uNkulunkulu umuntu umshile. As I've said, the Greek word for the word forsake is ankathalepio, which means leave behind, abandon, to survive with a purpose. So uNkulunkulu ephenduka uJesu in that context wayenzela for survival, ukuthi noma ngabe usathane ubona ngazuthi uJesu usaqinile ngoba, and baze bathi abanye ababhali ba relate lento noJobe ukuthi uJobe wacelwa ukulingwa, but usathane wamlinga nje lamlinga ngayo. Then usathane he came up with a request again kuNkulunkulu wathi no, lo muntu into ekwenza aqhubeke nokukuthanda nokukhonza nomessage, it is because wena uNkulunkulu umbiyele. Then uNkulunkulu ke wafanele ke noma se understand lapho ke ukuthi ke it was anthropomorphism, kwakuyike lento ekuthiwa i-figure of speech, ukwenza uNkulunkulu as if manje umuntu. So we know that God is a spirit, God is not a human being. So then he removed his presence, but still Job was able to stand for God. Even here, the very same context is Jesus is God. He's fully God and fully man. But here he emptied himself, kenosis. uNkulunkulu ukhiphile kwasala umuntu ukuze umuntu ezozulana nobuthakathaka. Abesethi ke umbhalo wamaHebheru ngokuba yena walingwa, wahlupheka kakhulu elingwa ukuze abe namandla okusiza abalingwayo. So kwakufanele abantu la bazi ukuthi njengamanje ke balinga umuntu, our high priest othatha iform yokuba umuntu. So ke ngalamazwi ngifuna ukuthi ke, ladies and gentlemen, I'm concluding by saying God will never leave us, even though uJesu wafila engazuthi useshiwe, but iqiniso lithi it's fine uma fila lokho, we happy because thina angeke sisadlula, we won't go through that. But iqiniso lithi nathi siyakholwa, some of us abakholwayo kwesikhathi beke behlelwe izinto, umuze ethi umuntu uNkulunkulu uphi, where is God? Ngabe kusho lokho ukuthi uNkulunkulu ukushayile? No, it's just your feeling. You feel as if God has abandoned you, or God has left you, or has forsaken you. But iqiniso lithi uNkulunkulu akabashiyi bakhe abantu abathandayo. How many people abathi babehlelwa isihlo bathi kodwa uNkulunkulu kuphi? Yingakho izolo ngichazile nalento ethi lento ukuthi sesigaba ukuthi if, when we speak about Christ or God, the word if does not exist. In our vocabulary as Christian, the word if masikhuluma ngoNkulunkulu alisebenzi, kodwa fanele kusebenze since noma when. Yingakho iverse lapha esencwadi yaseRoma elithi uNkulunkulu emi ngakithi ubani oyamelana nathi, abese bethi ke abesiGreek bathi cha laba misplace leli gama elithi if. akufanele ithi uma, akufanele kodwa akufanele kuthiwa since, okusho ukuthi ke njengalokhu uNkulunkulu emi ngakithi ngubani ongamelana nathi. In other words, ngifuna ukuveza ukuthi we need to understand the language of the time, and also we need to understand the Greek, because the New Testament is more of Greek than kancane ke this Aramaic, but we need to understand when you do a study, try to do a survey and a proper research, so that we'll be able to understand. Now ke uthi Jesu eli lama sabakuthana okungukuthi ke uNkulunkulu wami ungishila na, the blanket of darkness landed on earth. Then kwabonakala ukuthi khona into eyenzekayo, something is happening in this verse. Yingakho ngithe this here something is happening, because izwi lokuqala idingo zabantu, elesibili idingo zabantu, elesithathu idingo zabantu, but here isidingo sika Jesu. Ake sibonge. Baba, siyabonga egameni lika Jesu, umusa osenzela wona nethuba osinika lona kuba sicacise izwi lakho ebantwini bakho. Senzela umusa kuJesu Kristu, inkosi yethu esimthanda nesibethembayo. Amen.